Hey guys, and welcome back to our F1 2010 career mode. Just before we get into this one, I need to point out we've had a big issue with the game. I lost my save file. It corrupted somehow. I don't know. So I've had to technically start a new save, and then I've simmed forward to the race we're at. Still in the same car, still the same drivers. It just means I'm going to have to show you the championship standings some other form of way. I can't show you the in-game championship standings because they're incorrect. That's it. Everything else is the same. Today, we have the Spanish Grand Prix, which is Spain, pain in brackets, or whatever the meme is. It is a bit of a pain, actually, considering the issues I've run into just getting this episode set up. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to have fun. And we're here to win, of course. We are third in the championship right now. Speaking of the championship standings, let's check them out. So here are the championship standings going into the Spanish Grand Prix. Mark Webber leads the way, 64 points, 2 points ahead of Sebastian Vettel. James Early there in third place. That's me, if you didn't know. We're 14 points off the championship lead right now. Koro Kobayashi right now, completely outscoring Kamui Kobayashi. Koro Kobayashi inside the top 10 for Toro Rosso. My teammate Alonso just getting off the board, off the mark, should I say, in the last race at wherever that was, China. The team's championship going into this one. Red Bull have a slender margin over McLaren, but honestly, any of the, I dare say, top 6 are in the running for something. It's all very close. The top 3 definitely seem to be the fastest. Renault, all their points coming courtesy of Sebastian Vettel, apart from 1 point, I think, or 2 points. And Mercedes are there now, which is pretty good. Everybody but BMW, Sauber and Virgin have scored points. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get into this round of the F1 2010 Championship. Here we are in qualifying, no risk of rain. The option tyres on the car. Spanish Grand Prix, which means it's my teammate Fernando Alonso's home Grand Prix. So he'll be really going for it. He'll have the bit between his teeth to finally get really off the mark. He scored 12 points in China, but it's not really enough considering the calibre of driver. Time to get my first lap in the the qualifying session, as there's Koro Kobayashi my way. Rounding that final corner, first lap on the board. It doesn't feel too quick. I think we might struggle in this session. Well, saying that, it's 4th place, but it's 1.874 behind Mark Webber. It might be worth me just going for a second lap here. Felt really nice. The car really does feel on rails. It should be a nice, tidy improvement. It's a half-second improvement up to 3rd place, ahead of Alonso as well. First impressions, we don't seem overly quick. 10th place in the first session for me, at 12th for Alonso. Topping the times is Mark Webber. Then it's the 2 Force Indias. And out the session is Chandok De La Rosa, Jenson Button with his teammate Bruno Senna, Petrov De Grassi, and one of the Kobayashis, 4.6 seconds off the pace. Anyway, let's move on to Q2. I did forget to change my helmet back to whatever helmets we were using before, so apologies for that. I think we've just got the default helmet now. But here we are in Q2. We're going to have traffic on this lap. It's Hulkenberg. HRT getting in my way. Apart from getting held up by Hulkenberg through turn 9, I think it was. It's been a good lap. It has been a good lap. Maybe we'll do one more, though, because it's only a 25.6. That puts me on the brink of getting knocked out. Oh, I'm not sure if this is going to be an improvement. It was a tidy lap. I made a couple mistakes in that final sector. Across the line we go. Only a 10th improvement. Is that going to be enough to get me through? We've done it. We've done it. Just 10th place. Just scraping through to Q3. And my teammate Alonso, its home Grand Prix, knocked out for Ferrari. Felipe Massa, though, the Force India, fastest in that second session. Hulkenberg, Buemi, Kobayashi, Barrichello, Trulli, Alonso and Kovalainen all exit the qualifying session. Let's move on to Q3. I've left it too late. It said there was 0% chance of rain, and I've just gone out onto the track. There's rain. There is rain. So the forecast absolutely lying, and that might just give Adrian Suttle, who's on provisional pole right now, the actual pole position. I don't think this lap is going to be any good, and I'm already round. I think that's the end of the qualifying session already. Well, it's a shame for me. I could not get a lap on the board. I went out with 5 minutes to go, thinking that'd be fine, the best conditions on the track. And there was no risk of rain on the radar, but apparently it started raining. It means, though, Adrian Suttle on pole position by half a second, the Force India driver there, with a fellow German on the front row. It's the Braun Mercedes of Rosberg. Robert Kubica, the winner of the Chinese Grand Prix, starts in 3rd, ahead of 2nd Force India driver Massa. Alguersuari ahead of his teammate Webber at his home Grand Prix. Alguersuari's home Grand Prix, that is. Glock and Vettel on the 4th row, the 2 Renaults. Then it's Hamilton and Early, the 2 Brits, on row 5. Let's move on to the Spanish Grand Prix. I don't know whether to trust the chance of rain now. It says 0% chance. 66 laps of racing lie ahead of us today. We're starting on those option tyres that I don't think it'll be the option tyres I used for Q3 because I didn't set a time. But whatever they are, we're starting on those and we're going to lap 23 for the prime tyres. It's a classic one-stop strategy here. Let's get into it. The Spanish Grand Prix is next. Here we are, Suttle and Rosberg. What a strange front row on this grid. Early starting in 10th, just ahead of his teammate Alonso at his home Grand Prix. The Spanish fans won't be happy about that. Alonso starting, it seems to be on the prime tyres, and we're starting on the edge of the points here in 10th place. The lights are on, and the Spanish Grand Prix is underway. Hamilton almost moving to the inside to cover me off. It's a very, very long run down to turn 1. And for some reason, we always struggle with acceleration, even though I've got the throttle absolutely pinned to the floor. Braking into turn 1. There's Jarno Trulli, the Lotus, on my outside. And he's gone round my outside to take that place. So I've already lost 2 positions off the start. The other position was to Kovalainen. Make that 3 positions. Alonso swoops around my outside through turn 3. We've seen Alonso do those moves in real life, actually. I think a couple years ago, he did that on Lewis Hamilton, I believe, at this very track. So Alonso's done that to me there. Maybe down into the braking zone to turn 5. I can go back up the inside of my teammate. No contact here. We need to make sure there's no contact between teammates. It's important to remain civil if we want to go for a championship. Go to the outside of turn 10. Not going to work there. If only we had good straight line speed. If only we had rich mix available, which apparently we don't. So, oh, you know what though? We are actually gaining slightly down the straight. Alonso maybe getting held up by Jarno Trulli, but towards turn 1, I go to the inside of my teammate, outbrake him, contact with Trulli, and I get a penalty! A penalty caused a collision. Right, okay. Second time penalty for clipping the rear right of Jarno Trulli. Seems a bit, I don't know, a bit extreme. We've got to be careful now. I've already got a 10-second time penalty, similar to what happened in Malaysia. Once again, I have a run on Trulli. I'll go for it again. No, I can't really send it. I need to make sure I'm side by side under braking. Oh, half spin there. Half spin. Save it, James. We've lost Trulli now. Touch the white line. You never want to touch the white line. Say no to drugs, kids. Starting lap 6 here. Jarno Trulli is a couple of seconds ahead of me. I think we are slowly catching. But it is the classic F1 2010 issue where the AI seem really quick at the start. Hopefully they slow down towards the end. We did win this race, if you guys remember. Our first win in this career mode was last season at this very Grand Prix because it started raining. And when it rains, we're really quick. Race leader Rosberg is pulling away by about 1.5 seconds each lap. Caught Jarno Trulli by almost a second on that lap, so it's 1.1 seconds, the gap to a Lotus. It's quite concerning, though, that I'm only just about fast enough to catch a Lotus. Now we're really starting to catch. Lap 10, the gap is under a second. You can see him right in front of me. We're quicker in the final sector. That's basically it. Everywhere else, Jarno Trulli is quicker than me. This is by far the closest we've been since lap 3. Basically, since I got a penalty for glancing. A glancing blow, that's all it was. I think somebody's out the race as well, because now Jarno Trulli is up to 10th. Oh no, that was a terrible decision. I thought maybe I could take a bit more curb. I took a bit more curb. Didn't work out for me. I'm 19th place. Make it 18th, please. Inside of De La Rosa into the turn 10 hairpin. Take at least 1 place back. Make me feel a bit better about myself. You just can't attack the curbs. I'm trying to find a bit more time, but it's difficult when you really could not touch the curbs. Run here on Kobayashi. Maybe we can just start to the inside for turn 1. That's nice. He's still fighting back, but we should have this. There we go. There's a driver going into the pits there. It's Hulkenberg, so we're getting 1 place back, up to 16th. I'm in a Kobayashi sandwich. Well, it's an early sandwich. Kobayashi is the bread. Oh, there's smoke up ahead. Something's happened. What's going on? What is going on? That's Jensen Button. Button's out. Got to run on Cora Kobayashi now. Can we get to the inside? Take my chances when they are presented to me. I've gone wide and Kobayashi's got a beautiful switchback. Not bad for a rookie. And Kobayashi diving for the pits on lap 17. So we're up to 14th place. And there's another driver in the pits, so 13th place for me. Happy days. More drivers in the pits. That seems to be Barrichello. 12th place now. We'd have to... Oh my gosh. And round we go. Brilliant. I'm surprised nobody crashed into me then. It's the second time that's happened this race. The exact same... Not the exact same corner, but a very similar spin. As you can see, this race is not going well. Oh, there's a driver off there. Who's that? Was that De La Rosa? I think De La Rosa's just binned it into the gravel. So it's lap 23. We are pitting this lap. My teammate Alonso up into the points. He's in 10th. I'm in 12th place. Not been too great of a first stint, I'll be honest. Let's bring it into the pits here. For our one and only stop in this Grand Prix. 4.3 seconds stop. That's one of the fastest we've had this season. There's a massive train of cars coming down the main straight and they've all gone past me. That's quite sad. So we're now in 20th place. We're dangerously close to getting lapped by Rosberg. We're not even halfway through this race. A nice chunky train of cars in front of me here. Hopefully we can make some moves. Oh, Petrov slow there. Right, we'll take it.
There's some slower traffic ahead. Just make yourself big in their mirrors and they should let you come through.
Still side by side here with Petrov down the main straight starting lap 26, but we should pull ahead with the extra straight line speed of our powerful Ferrari car. Hulkenberg into the pits again. He's on, I don't know, like a 3-stop. The HRT driver pits, and now we have a run here on Koro Kobayashi, who's lifting off down the main straight past Jarno Trulli and past Karun Chandok. It's a triple overtake as there's a driver rejoining the track just ahead. I think it's the other Kobayashi, it is. It's Kamui. So, in the past 4 laps, we've gained on Rosberg by 11 seconds. So, I don't know if that's a good sign. Maybe he just pit and he's pulling away again, or he's actually slowing down. Okay, no, Rosberg's pulling away again. Never mind. All hope has been dashed. Alonso's in the pits. His one and only stop. He started on the prime tyres, so he's pit almost at half race distance here. So when does this race get good? 59.6 to Rosberg. We've got about 27 laps left to go. We're just bodding on around the circuit here. Not much is happening. We're 15th. I've gained a position. I'm 14th. I thought I was 15th. So maybe somebody's out the race. Oh, fastest lap of the race for Rosberg. Yeah, our hopes are gone. There was no hopes to start with, let's be honest. Why are you so fast? I'm 13th now. We've gained another position. We actually gained on Barrichello on that lap. And that's Barrichello into the pits. Thank you, Barrichello. No, it's not Barrichello into the pits. It was somebody else. There's a yellow. There's a driver off. And that's Barrichello. Look at De Grasse. And Alonso's in the pits. He's gone for a second stop. A very strange strategy from Ferrari. So we're up to 11th place. Almost in the points. There's more drivers in the pits. 8.1 to Kovalainen. We are, right now, closing on the points. With 10 laps to go, we finally caught Kovalainen. He's right in front of me. I think he's trying to get past the back marker. So if there's just a little bit of an opportunity for me to get by, I'm going to take it. So I've just remembered we've got the 10-second time penalty we picked up really early on in this race. So even if we do overtake Kovalainen, we'll have to pull a 10-second gap if we want to score points here. Here's a run on Kovalainen. Less than 10 laps to go. If we're making a move here into the points, that's good. How high can we climb? Alguersuari, Suttle and Timo Glock. Let's hopefully move past them and pull a gap. Come on, let's get past Alguersuari here. Just force my way up the inside into the final corner. Contact, please don't give me a penalty. Okay, no penalty, good. On the run down the main straight, what can we do here? Pull to the inside. Suttle is trying to overtake Glock. I'm trying to overtake Alguersuari. I can go past all of them, potentially. Oh, good braking there from Adrian Sutter. Holds on to the position. Oh, I need to find my way through him and pull a 10-second gap. We need to get through here. 6 laps to go. Come on. Almost ran into Suttle. Nice, that's one move. Glock is really slow in straight line. So that's 2 moves past the Renault. Up to 7th place. Now it's about pulling that gap to cover the penalty that we got earlier on. I'll have to drive the wheels off this machine to pull a 10-second gap. 3.7 to Suttle, who's got past Glock. Oh dear. I think he's much quicker than Glock. So I don't think we're going to pull the gap to Suttle. We have just 3 laps to go in this race. Luckily, it has improved towards the end. We are catching Kubica really fast. And we're catching Rosberg again now. We have that penalty. We're on the final lap. I think we've got a 10-second gap back to 9th place. But not 8th place. And Nico Rosberg wins the race. And I think that's 5 different winners in the first 5 races. Rounding the final corner for the final time. I think we've done enough. for 9th place in this race. I thought we were in 7th. What happened there? We finished 9th. Kobayashi's got 7th. How's Kobayashi got 7th place? Rivals scoring big there. Rosberg wins. Webber in 2nd. Vettel in 3rd. That's not good for me. Then it's Massa. Then it's the 2 McLarens, Hamilton and Kubica. Kora Kobayashi up in 7th somehow. Adrian Sutil 8th. I'm 9th with that penalty. And 10th is Timo Glock. Alguersuari, Kovalainen, Alonso there down in 13th. Then it's Buemi. And a load of drivers a lap down. A few 2 laps down. And 4 DNFs. Both Williams out of the race. Mark Webber extends his championship lead 5 points ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Nico Rosberg's win jumps him up above me in the championship, so we're pushed down to 4th place now. I did not count Kora Kobayashi's result in this race, or was it Kamui? I can't remember. So we did claim 8th place in that race. 9th place and 10th place were... I think Alguersuari finished in 10th place. But those are the championship standings. Feel free to pause the video and peruse at your own leisure. Championship standings for the teams is Red Bull leading the way ahead of McLaren. Renault, Force India and Mercedes all on the same amount of points, and Ferrari in 6th place, but not too far off the lead. We're only 25 points behind. Well, there we have it, guys. The end of another episode of F1 2010. I think I won't give Kora Kobayashi those points. I think I'll give myself 8th place because I can do that now. Let's just avoid all those weird bugs and glitches that happen. 5 different winners in the first 5 races, though, with Nico Rosberg winning today. That's pretty good. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.